The Elephant Man. That's a film by David Lynch that I really like. It's great. I am not an animal. I am a human being. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, sure thing. You know, you think because no, I know of it because it's one of the more famous ones, isn't it? Right. Because it's a city one, isn't it? Pretty sad. Yeah. Hmm. Would you like a topic? Well, I mentioned in the last video that we had a lot of deaths this week. Yeah, I know, right? But one of these deaths didn't happen this week. It happened last year, late last year. Um, do you know of Anita Bryant? So Anita Bryant was a singer in, I think, the 50s or 60s. And she went on to become a spokesperson for the citrus company, with like orange juice and stuff. But she's most famous for being a virulent homophobe. She was hardcore anti-gay, campaigned against it constantly throughout the 70s and the 80s. Famously got hit in the face with a pie by a what? What's that from? Oh right, yeah, hit in the face by a pie. Was uh, not thrown at her, but sort of pushed in her face by a gay rights campaigner. She died late last year, and I saw this pop up on Reddit, and I thought, oh, yeah, that was barely Jesus. Well, fire for sure for that sloppy performance. But yes, I saw reference to this pop up on Reddit, and I thought that's weird. I haven't heard of this, and it's because they held back the news because she was so widely such a controversial figure. Didn't change her views right until the end of her life. Had a lesbian granddaughter, which I'm sure messed with her. Um, so yeah, Anita Bryant, the J.K. Rowling of her age, in some sense, died. So yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. She wasn't a pleasant person, really. No, I'm just thinking about Silverstone. Well, I feel like that's the track whenever I think of F1, that's the one I think about. Yeah, because I'm such a layman, you see. Mm. Well, you actually interested in the sport. Mm. Yeah. That's a shame. Hmm. Wasn't there a? I know. I was thinking there was a commentator who died, but it was a commentator for football. I you know that the rest is entertainment podcast that I mentioned ages ago. Yeah, yeah. Um, well, it came up on Reddit. So they were talking about the Coronation Street, which is in a bit of a slump recently because a lot of the cast, a number of cast members have been sacked or have quit. There's talk of ratings falling. It's just a rough period of time for the show. They alternate. EastEnders is probably apparently doing fairly well. It'll switch again soon. But the rest of entertainment did a little segment on that, and I clicked on it, and part of me went, I wonder if they'll mention me, which of course they didn't. um, but well, no, but you're not a name in the. um, I've got a test for you. No, I don't. You may well have done the Myers Briggs test. Well, I did it not too long ago, and I kind of want to test you. Well, shall we? Let's do it again. So you have to choose. You have to choose how accurately each statement reflects you, from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Right? Strongly agree, disagree, neutral agree, strongly agree. Right? I strive for accuracy and precision in all my tasks. I notice even the smallest inconsistencies and works and errors in my work. Neutral it is. I am able to maintain high standards even under tight deadlines. Agree. I frequently check my work to ensure if it meets the required standards. Improving and refining systems or processes is a priority for me. Okay. We'll yeah, we'll go with. Hmm. Um, I can become critical of myself or others when mistakes made. Well done. I can become critical of myself or others when mistakes are made. Agree. I strongly agree. Then. Yeah, I know. I've heard you bitching. Ensuring ensuring that every detail is correct before completing a task is important to me. I find ways to improve methods that are already considered efficient. When given feedback, I focus on the details to understand how to improve. My work environment is organized and everything has a specific place. Yeah, I'm like that at work, but not at home. I feel a strong sense of responsibility to correct inaccuracies for the benefit of others. I don't think this is the one I did. And it's fairly long, this one. Bear with. Okay. Um, right, so this is slightly different. We will. This one's shorter because this is one I did. Alright. So this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's three agree and three disagree and one neutral, sort of bleeding into the middle. Um, you regularly make new friends. Okay. Complex and yeah. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Okay. Um, How far along? Just sort of closer to neutral? Okay, yeah. Um, you usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. How far? Light disagree. Okay, so what we'll have is light disagree, mid disagree, or heavy disagree, and vice versa for agree. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Wrong agree. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Okay. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Mid agree. Yeah. Mm. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Mid agree. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Uh, yeah. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Mid agree. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Light disagree. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. Mid disagree. Yeah. You, I know. I was that would spell bad news for us. Um, you prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on the people you meet. You enjoy participating in team based activities. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. I agree. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Mm. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Fair enough. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I agree. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. You cannot imagine yourself writing fiction stories for a living. Your favor of You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. You prefer to do chores before allowing yourself to relax. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Your mood can change very quickly. You want. Sorry, we're getting there. You are not. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Right, we're halfway there. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. It is now. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. All right. Okay. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. You like to have a to do list for each day. Strongly agree. Yeah. Mm. You rarely feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. You can easily connect with people you have just met. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Your emotions control you more than you control them. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is logical or efficient. Most logical and efficient. Like disagree. Your per- Oh, is is he the one? Is he the one with the bum? Well, it would be, wouldn't it? You can do it. Tell you what you need. You need an astromech droid. That's what you need. Are you far enough ahead? Yeah. Okay. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Like when someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. You believe that you believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Oh no. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Mm, yeah. Cheat, yeah. Yeah. Go on. No, do you think? Do you think? Do you think? I'm happy with this. Um, you feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. You often feel overwhelmed. You contemplate things methodically without skipping over any steps. Or you complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. You're. Yeah, alright. You prefer tasks. No, it's fine. You prefer it's just interesting, I think. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. That's all right. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Yeah, I prefer knowing exactly what I'm doing and why, and then I can fiddle about with it once I'm used to it. Mm. You are, yeah, you are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. That one comes up a lot. Yeah. You struggle with deadlines. You struggle with deadlines. Really? All right. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Oh. Select your gender. Male, female, other. Yeah? Okay. You are INTJ dash T. Architect. Thought, yeah. Thought constitutes the greatness of man. Man is a reed, the feeblest thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed. You possess a rare combination of vision and pragmatism. You have an analytical mind. You have an independent nature. 65% introverted, 66% intuitive, 54% thinking rather than feeling, 71% judging rather than prospecting, and 68% turbulent. Scrolling my way down. Okay, well, recommended jobs. It doesn't. Yeah. Okay, your strengths are seeking growth, objective self analysis, long term planning, and intellectual curiosity. Your weaknesses are overlooking emotional intelligence. I could have told you that and have. Analysis paralysis. Sometimes you spend too long thinking about something rather than doing it. I don't know whether that's true. Perfectionism, which I would probably say is true. And a need for control, which I would probably agree with in terms of you, I think. Yeah. Okay. In terms, yeah. I mean, this thing isn't obviously not 100% accurate. Yeah. In terms of relationships, your strengths are loyalty, which, yeah. Intellectual depth, yeah. Direct communication, absolutely. Problem solving skills, yeah. Yeah. I don't see it a lot, but that's just because of the nature of our relationship. Your weaknesses: emotionally reserved, yes. Dislike of small talk, yeah. Need for independence. I mean, it may be there. Yeah. Well, they say it might be misinterpreted as disinterest or aloofness, and high expectations. Okay, so people, INTJ or whatever. Frederick Nietzsche, Michelle Obama, yeah. Michelle Obama, yeah. Elon Musk, Christopher Nolan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Colin Powell. He was defense secretary, I think, or yeah, he during the Bush administration during the Iraq War. Um, he came up very strongly in favor of it, despite weak evidence. Samantha Power, who I don't know. Walter White, Peter Baelish, Tywin Lannister, Yennefer of Wengenberg from The Witcher, Yeah, and Gandalf, Professor Moriarty, Katniss, Seven of Nine, Jay Gatsby. So yeah. Well, I am an INFP. No. Mm. Yeah. So yeah, I'm an INFP, right, which they call the mediator. Vibrant, passionate inner lives, creative and imaginative. They happily lose themselves in daydreaming, which is very much me. Sometimes feel lonely or invisible, but very sensitive. And I've got the gift of empathy. Yeah, I do care a lot about people. I care about you. You just won't let me in there. Yeah, you just won't. You just won't let me in. Let me fix you. Okay, we're getting right. Jeez. Yeah. You know what? You know what? Yeah. You know what threat I haven't heard in ages that's sort of fallen out of fashion? I'll have your guts for garters. You don't know that anymore. Um, well, I mean, I guess maybe just the prevalency of footage of people dying on the internet has sort of made that a thing. You know, I guess it came to prevalence because obviously the rise of home video. You know, you could watch movies in the comfort of your own home, and people were probably making porn and shady stuff. There was talk of. I can't imagine one doesn't exist. Like some Saudi billionaire didn't finance the closest possible thing to a proper movie. You know. I have a question. Can you ever run those people over, or does it just automatically grab you at a certain point? Yeah. Um. So yeah, my strengths apparently are empathetic, generous, open-minded, creative, passionate, and idealistic, which I think work. My weakness is unrealistic, mm. Self-isolating. You know, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Unfocused, emotionally vulnerable, too eager to please, self-critical. So yeah. So let's have a look. Last one. Well, let's have a look at friendships actually. Friends for life. It says. Well, it just says when INFPs befriend someone, they may secretly or not so secretly hope to stay close with that person for life. These personalities are capable of strong and stable relationships marked by passionate support, subtle poetic wit, and a profound level of emotional insight. Don't agree with all of that, but you know. And that last thing, famous INFP. Okay. Uh, right. Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn, Winona Ryder, Alicia Keys, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain, Keanu Reeves, um, Morrissey, William Shakespeare, A. Milne. Wonder what fictional ones there are. Uh, hmm, is he? Hmm, cool. Maybe I will. Frodo Baggins, George Russell. I'll Google that after this. Frodo Baggins, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Luke Skywalker, Luna Lovegood, Anne from Anne of Green Gables. Edgar Allan Poe comes up. He wasn't fictional. Peter Parker, Amelie, Arthur Fleck from The Joker. Newt Scamander, Bella from Twilight. Yeah, you got the better ones. So George Russell F1. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. There is. Um, Jeff Capes, former world's strongest man. I mean, nobody famous, but yeah. Have you got an F1 topic, or did you do it? Okay, let's have it. No. Yeah. Hmm. Um, I would imagine it's probably a fraction of a second quicker, or something like that. It saves a couple of seconds to do that, or something. Yeah. All right. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Those things are pretty small. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Mm. 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 Oh, gosh, when was that? It was like 5 years ago, thereabouts, wasn't it? 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I Murray Walker. I thought who was that guy you mentioned who I thought had died? He was a famous. Yeah, I thought Jackie Stewart had died, and I found somebody else died this week, and I thought they died earlier. It was what's his face, Tony Slattery. Yeah, most famous for Whose Line Is It Anyway, really, and some film work. He fell on hard times recently. I think they were crowdfunding for his funeral. which is sad because he's got a lot of famous friends. Um, yeah, I thought he died a while ago, and then I realised I'd mixed him up with what? Mm, I mixed him up with the other guy. He did an Alan Rickman impression on QI. Uh, he was on with Emma Thompson. Let me Google that. John Sessions. Or John Sessions. Oh, that was somebody else's name I can't remember. Uh, strictly John Sargent. And then he quit because well he was just being voted through as a joke, and he was like, "This is not about the dancing." Yeah, yeah. Um, mm. Well, yeah, would be yeah, vaguely. Mm. Mm. No, nothing. I just- Yeah. You love your F1, don't you? Mm. Is that good? Yeah. No. So they're fucking each other over, I guess. Oh no. Who who is it? Uh, I so rarely seem to see drivers in front of you. It almost seems like you're doing it on your own sometimes. Yeah. Mm. Well, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Was it 1979? Right. What happened? All right. Jesus. He's a looker, isn't he? Yeah. Well, let's see. During the 2014 Japanese Grand Prix, Bianchi lost control of his car in very wet conditions and collided with a recovery vehicle, suffering a diffuse axonal injury. He underwent emergency surgery and was placed into an induced coma, remaining comatose until his death 9 months later. Yeah, number 17 was retired from Formula One in his honour, and they brought in the Halo cockpit. Well, he was only 25. Jesus. Uh, mm, let's have a look. Yeah, he's the most recent from a World Championship race incident, but he's not. David Ferrer, the historic Grand Prix in 2017. 2017. He was 62, so that was like a more of a hobbyist thing. I guess. No, no. Okay, so 15 people died in the 50s, 14 in the 60s, 12 in the 70s, 4 in the 80s, 2 in the 90s, 2 in the 2003 in the 2010s. They're doing all right though. I mean, we're yeah 94 in the, yeah. Mm, yeah. I don't know. I think I'd rather you all stop if I die. If I die making one of these videos, please stop making them. Yeah. right. Jesus. Would you like to hazard a guess as to what the 15 most dangerous sports are? Yeah. Hang on. I wonder if there's like a Wikipedia article I can go to. I sort of trust that a bit more, but no. Okay. Well, according to this article from Lines, American football is on the list. American football is number 14. No, but they should because cheerleading is really. You get a lot of injuries in cheerleading. Yeah. Uh, no. I mean, yeah. Go on. No, no. These are like proper dangerous sports. Inherently dangerous, a lot of them. Well, it's got NASCAR and auto racing, so I'm going to include. I'm going to give you that. That's at number 8. Uh, yeah. Well, not all of them. Um, do you want me to go through them? Um, hang on. I've got to scroll for this because it's little article things. Uh, uh, all right. Yeah, free solo rock climbing is number 5. 2 is high altitude mountaineering. There's not a swimming one, but there is a water one, which is big wave surfing at number 9. Right. 15. Yeah, 15 is street luging or lugging. Luging. Yeah. No, Luging. So yeah, it's like sledding. Yeah. 14 American football. 13 rugby. 12 whitewater rafting. Uh, 11 bull riding. 10 MM. No. Um, 10 is mixed martial arts, MMA. 9 big wave surfing. 8 NASCAR and auto racing. 7 motocross slash motorbike racing. Boxing is number 6. That's the next one. So yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's mentioned in this article. While some say the gloved boxers were forced to wear can minimize impact, it's actually the opposite, as the added weight of the fists of the boxer mean that their shots are even heavier than the other eyes might have been. I guess plus that stuff you mentioned about, being able to, yeah. 5 free solo rock climbing. 4 skydiving. It's more of an activity, isn't it? Mm. Fair, fair. 3 wingsuit flying. 2 high altitude mountaineering, and number 1 base jumping. What do you define a sport as then? Mm. I would agree with that, aside from or athletic or mental. I would just have, well, I mean, chess. Chess is competitive and it has mental skill. It's just a sport. It's not a sport, it's a game. Do they? Let me go. Yes, it is. That's weird. Oh, I guess I was wrong. So it's just. Okay. Yeah. It's a sport because it requires skill, has defined rules, and is often competitive. That's not my what I would personally define as a sport, but hey ho. Mm, mm, yeah. Mm. Oh yeah. 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 I'm just trying. Well, it's darts, so. Uh, um, I'm just trying the scoring system in darts. Don't know a lot about darts. Uh, yeah. Yeah. I guess. See, I'm not really into any sports. If they brought back gladiatorial combat, I think I might watch that. Yeah, but they don't kill each other. Yeah. Might not be able to pick you up, but that's probably that must reduce so much of what you can do. I suppose it's just an irritation, isn't it? Yay! I wonder whether you're still in a job then. Can't imagine you're not. Will we find out now or next episode? God, Lewis Hamilton's in fourth. I thought he was really good. Well done. Mm. Oh, what's this? Renegotiating your contract with the. Well, yeah, yeah. Gosh, we're raking it in money wise. I guess go high rate. I mean, I would say you can. Judging by a six, so do it, go high. Oh, hey, Lovely. Okay. Cool. So are those the races we've got left to do? Yeah. Yeah. What happened in Baku? I can't remember. All right. Well, we did very well. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Mm. It's a low lifespan left. 78 left. Mm. No. Well, mystery for the age. Yeah. Bye. 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 Bye.